Hello everyone, I am Lily and this is New Super Mario Bros. Wii for the Nintendo Wii. This game was released in 2009 and it was developed and published by Nintendo. And I know Mario's kind of been done to death, but I thought, hey, I'm gonna play what I want to play, and I hope you enjoy it, and I won't hold it against you if you don't. Yeah, I really like this game. It's actually one of my favorite Mario games. It's not my absolute favorite, but it's pretty high up there. I'm probably just being like a fangirl or whatever, but I do love all of the old stuff they bring back. They are playing on nostalgia totally, but it's totally working, at least for me. Alright, so Princess Peach is kidnapped, of course, because what else is she gonna do besides get captured? She's pretty useless, and we gotta go save her. And we will, but it's not that urgent. There's a lot of stuff to do in the Mushroom Kingdom. One of my favorite things about kind of the newer side-scrolling Mario games is the addition of the star coins, which I think actually, I guess, was started in New Super Mario Bros. On the DS. I haven't played a lot of that game, but I do have it and played some of it. Didn't get that far, kind of got frustrated with that one for a few things, which I was like, why would you do this? People with OCD are not going to be able to play your game. Anyway, I don't think that's true, but I don't know, it's an issue I had anyway. So, I do love the star coins. I love, it's like a little added challenge, or like a little, almost like a bonus thing. Something that gives Mario a little more meaning, a little more something to do. And here we have the first of a few new power-ups. This is the helicopter suit. That's what I've been calling it. I think that's what it's called. It is a pretty decent flying power-up. It is not as good as the cape was in Super Mario World, but nothing has been and nothing ever will be. I think they realized it might be a mistake to give you a power-up that will let you infinitely fly at any time. They have like the P-wing and stuff, but that was special. The cape, you can fly forever if you know how to do it. Here we have our our second star coin. It's really easy to get if you have the helicopter suit, but if you do not have it, you need not fret because you can simply wall jump up the pipes. Wall jumping, I don't know if you could do it in the DS game. It was introduced first in Super Mario 64, and it's been, I guess, popping up a lot ever since, and it's really awesome. I actually find myself getting out of a lot of jams with the wall jump in this. I've never been able to save myself from gaps so well. Here, if we land on the very tippy top of the flagpole, we will get a 1-up. It's a very quick way to get 1-ups in this game, but you will never be short of those. They hand them out like candy in this, I swear. I never really realized how many coins there are until I'm getting a ton of 1-ups. But yeah, so unless it was in the DS game, wall jumping is kind of new to the side-scrolling one. At least it was at the time of this release. I guess not so much now. It's been kind of a while, like 4 years since this game came out. Holy crap. Here we have another semi-new power-up. It might have been fairly new at the time of this game. We have the ice flower. It lets us throw ice balls instead of fireballs. And we can freeze things. It actually is quite useful. We will see that it has many uses a little later on. I do like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's a nice little you know, in opposition to the fire flower. It was kind of cool, kind of a neat idea. I don't know when it first kind of started being used. This game, I think, was the first that I came into contact with it. But it could have been a little earlier than that. Here we have B switches again. Not sure when the last time we had these was, but I know they were in 3 and World. This game draws a lot from specifically Super Mario Bros. 3 and Super Mario World. I think mostly Mario 3 actually. One of those things that I love actually, it's from both games, but it's kind of an old thing. One thing I love is that they brought back the Koopalings. I think this is like their first major appearance since Mario World. They haven't really been around a whole lot. I think they may have done some smaller things, but not like a standard Super Mario Brothers game, at least not for a while. So I really enjoy that they were back. I like them. I think they're fun and stupid and just really perfect for this game. One thing I do love, which perhaps a lot of people didn't like, was how cute this game was. Because like if you watch and listen, the Goombas and the Koopas are actually like dancing to the music, and it's really adorable. I like just, I don't know, lost my mind with like how cute I thought it was when I first played this game. Here we have a POW block, and if we throw it, our star coin comes down, and it's very nice. I believe that is the only way to get that star coin with the POW block. So I don't see there being any difficulty, but if for some reason there is, I'm sorry. That is, I think, the only way. Definitely the easiest. And what did I do? Oh, cool. Okay. And come on. Go down. Thank you. There, I just want to be able to jump a little bit. Alright, here we have another kind of sort of new thing. I think relatively around the time this game came out. I'm probably wrong with a lot of my dates. Anyway, it's 8 red coins. We did have those for a star in Super Mario 64. Now, if you collect all 8, you do have a time limit after you run through the ring, but you can get, if you're small or just Super Mario, you don't have a fire flower or an ice flower or anything, you can get a power up. And if you're already powered up, then you can get a 1-up from that. So it's pretty cool. I like to try and do it whenever I can. Some are a little tricky, some I can't do it within the time limit, and I don't really fret about that, but it's nice when I can get it. Here we have a Toad House. The red ones are my favorite. We will see why in a second, or I will explain why in a second once we see what we got here. Here we have a game very, very similar to the card game from Mario 3, and I thought that was a really nice addition. I was happy that they brought this back. It was pretty cool. My sister had played so much Mario 3 that like at one point she was basically just memorizing, or she had memorized like every single part of it, like every pattern, every card game. It was ridiculous. There was one where like she literally had down pat. It was kind of crazy. I was like, what the hell? Like, how do you know where everything is? Some of those patterns will repeat, so you can kind of start to learn where the Bowser and Baby Bowser panels are, so you can avoid those. I try to do that as best I can, but it doesn't always work out. I thought that was a nice addition, a nice thing to bring back. It was really cool. And then here we will have another thing that I think makes this game just ever so wonderful. And we'll see it in a second. Should be right up here. We have Yoshi! They brought Yoshi back. Maybe it's just because I'm a girl, but I fucking love Yoshi. I know some people hate him, and I love him. So he's pretty much like kind of like how he is in Super Mario World. He'll do this if you get hurt. He has his jump from Yoshi's Island, or I believe that's what it was called, the Super Mario World 2? Yoshi's Island or something? The one with Baby Mario. I didn't play too much of that game. I thought it was a little too hard. It was not very good. Maybe it was just harder than I thought it would be for, you know, being drawn with crayon. Anyway. So yeah, I love that they brought Yoshi back too. I think Yoshi's great. And you probably won't be able to hear very well because I'll have the sound a little low. But I think that when you're on Yoshi's back, they do add a little extra drum beat, like how they did in Super Mario World. When you're riding on Yoshi, there's an extra little percussion in the back, and it's really cute. And it's just, I honestly, I don't care how typical it sounds. I love Mario. Like, I think Mario is super fun. I've never played a bad game. Yes, even Mario 2, I do like it. I'm okay with it if you don't. I'm not like so crazy that I'm like, no, you have to like all the same Mario games. I do. But I really hate people who say like, oh, it's not a real Mario game, it's just a real yeah, I know about the recoloring and shit. Everyone knows about that by now. You asshole. Yeah, everyone knows about that. However, I think that it's pretty much been accepted as part of Mario, like for real. Because I think without that one, we wouldn't have Bob-ombs, Pokies, Shy Guys, or Birdo. And those seem to be pretty big parts of Mario now. They come up in maybe like, you know, Shy Guys and Birdo, they don't come up a whole lot, but Bob-ombs sure as hell do. And Toad's freaking out. Alright. So, Baby Bowser is sending Goombas to capture Toads. This Toad got captured by a Goomba. It should be ashamed of itself, but we can't leave it hanging, so let's go and get it. And so this is actually like a kind of cool thing. Like a little bit, because Toad kind of sucks, so maybe not so much. Anyway, he'll be placed in a box. We can find him, pick him up. He's big right now, as if he's eaten a mushroom. He can get small, and he can die, so you do want to be a little careful. Not a whole lot. It's not that hard. Nothing in this game is really that hard. Has a good learning curve, too. Mario has a really good learning curve, I've learned. But anyway, so if we bring him to the end, and he's big, you will get a 3-up. And if he's small, you'll get a 1-up. And this is a good way to make lives, actually. And, alright. And you will get a Toad house, no matter what, based on the last digit of the time you have left over. So, I believe maybe like I'm not sure where 0 stands, but I would say like 1 to 4, you'll get a green Toad house, which is 4 lives, and 5 to 9, I'd say you'd get a red Toad house, which will give you more items. I prefer the red Toad houses. I like to get more items. Lives, I think, are a little easier to get, but sometimes I rather go in, like, you know, I rather have items just at my disposal, even if it's just mushrooms. Sometimes that's all I need. Because sometimes this game is hard. At least when you suck at games like how I do a lot. So anyway, yeah, sorry, don't mean to keep showing these, but we'll get rid of this soon. Or go through this as quickly as possible. Just like that. That was fairly quick. A little too quick for my taste, but whatever. Alright, and 2 more things to do before we totally move on. Let's go to the yellow toad house, which has a star on it instead of little spots. It's kind of cute. And as that might suggest, all it gives you is a star. I find these fairly useless. I don't use them a lot unless I'm absolutely desperate or need them for something. And we're gonna go back into this level even though we did it already because I cannot move on until the level is totally complete. And this level has one more thing. Ooh, that guy's an asshole. This level has one more thing that I want to do before we are actually done. Okay, good. Oh shit, I always forget that spin jumping takes you off of Yoshi, so you actually can't spin jump with Yoshi, which kind of sucks because I like spin jumping a lot. Come on! Oh shit, now I'm small. Okay. No biggie. Everything should still be okay. I just might have to wait for the Hammer Brother to jump up there. Thank you! Alright, and so another thing that this game brought back... No, don't eat it. Another thing that this game brought back is secret exits. And we are going. There is one in this level, that is why we are back. There's some coins in here. Don't really care about those. If we jump up here, you can come up here either with a helicopter thing or Yoshi's jump is sufficient. We can run across the top of the level and into a hidden pipe. You will be able to tell that you found a secret exit because the flag will be red. Not as cool as the key and keyhole, in my opinion, but good enough. Secret exits are kind of fun anyway. And this one will lead us, yes, to this cannon. The cannon is kind of our warp in this game. It'll take you to other worlds, but we do not want to take it because we do not want to skip any levels. We're doing all the levels and getting all the coins. Even though that's hard for me. I'm not very good at this game. I have played it a lot. It actually reminds me, the course clear music actually reminds me of like procrastinating, and every time I hear it, I feel like I have an English paper I'm supposed to be writing. It used to freak me out, but I think I've kind of gotten over it. I've tried to, at least. Maybe I haven't. I'm still in college, but I'm like almost done and things have been kind of easy and I just want to break this thing. But I have some really bad nightmares and stuff and anxiety about school. It's not good. And so, yeah, anyway, gotta deal with that. And yeah, like, I was playing Mario one day and I was like, why do I feel worse and worse the more I play this? Like, just mentally, not physically. I wasn't ill or anything. And then I realized, like, oh, I think it reminds me of procrastination. And I think just a general feeling of sadness. I got my Wii and my game, and this game, my freshman year of college, and I didn't have a roommate. My roommate that I had for like 4 days moved out very close to the end of this, or very close to the beginning of the semester. So I was in my room for myself for about a year. I actually don't know how I didn't die, because if I was by myself a lot. I didn't leave my room after like 5. At a certain point, I was actually eating only once a day. And something small, like a sandwich, because I didn't want to leave my room and actually go get food. I'm very antisocial and a borderline shut-in. Unfortunately, work and school has forced me to get out more. But still, when I was a freshman and not doing anything and had very, very few responsibilities, yeah, it was not going very well. And this game, as much as I love it, does kind of remind me of that, which is kind of depressing, actually. So now that we're all nice and bummed, let's move on with the Mario. Jump up here. Alright. One thing I wanted to point out, hopefully you've noticed watching me go up this tower, is that all of these smaller towers or castles, which I will call fortresses, they're all vertically oriented, and I really hate it. It's actually very, very hard if you're playing with multiple people, because the screen will follow like the highest up character, and if it's not you, if you're at the bottom and you get pushed off screen, you will die. Like, it turns the whole fortress into a pit, and it really sucks. Here we have Larry Koopa. These fights are pretty standard. They're exactly the same as they've been for a long time. Very similar to Mario 3. Mario World changed it up a little bit, but 3, not so much. So now he's defeated. He will move on to his castle, where we will have to fight him again, but he won't be... The castle fights are a little more challenging, but not by a whole lot. Alright, and we can move on, and actually now that we've beat a castle, we can hard save. The only thing we have other than after castles is a quick save, which you can only return to once. So if you liked where you were and you quick save and then you die, you can't just go back and have that quick save be there. But yeah, so we shall take on the next level in the next part. So until then, thank you very much for watching. You're all amazing and awesome people, and I will see you later.